Hey guys, if you make it to the end of the video, you'll see some bonus footage of what actually happened with baby yesterday. It's a lot worse than my last video makes it out to be. I actually thought at one point that the problem fixed itself, and it just went all downhill from there. So stick around and you'll get to see that bonus footage. Other than that, enjoy the video. Hey guys, what's going on? Thanks for coming back. At least half a dozen people dying to know what happened to baby yesterday. We basically lost a couple of screws. You notice down here in these 6 spots, there are only 2 screws. I can move it with my thumb, and that little bit of flex allowed the pinion to come separate from the spur gear. Pinion being metal, spur being plastic, pinion chewed up the spur gear. That's basically what happened. And I just realized I bought the wrong one. Crap. I went to my hobby shop. I got spur gear. I have to go back for the other spur gear because I actually got the wrong one. I got the second gear, the transmission spur gear by accident, which is okay because this is actually a 44 tooth and the original is a 43, so this is actually going to make it go a little bit faster. So I'll probably still put this gear on as well, but I'm going to have to go back to my hobby shop and get the proper spur gear. It looks like because the pinion was made of metal, the teeth are still pretty well intact, so I'm hoping I don't have to replace the pinion gear as well. Replacement screws to hold this motor back in the right place, along with some thread lock. And I didn't really have to get this, but I just figured, you know what, it's there. It's a little pricier than regular thread lock, but considering going up the street and making a second stop, it's really not worth it. I just grab this stuff, now I have it. And I got my tools. And I'm going to show you how easy it really is to get to these gears. It's one of the reasons I love this car so much. So we're going to start by removing all the electronics. So I'm going to pull the connectors off of the servos. This one I'm going to actually remove the horn. Pull that screw out. Now when you're pulling screws out of the horn, you take the horn off, put the screw back in. Or put it somewhere safe. I always say it's safe right where it belongs. So I'll put that screw back in. No other screws to worry about. Now we're going to pull off this module, for lack of a fancy word. Okay, so go, pull that up, pull this up, and that just completely comes away. All your electronics all in one little module thing. We've got the electronics module out, this whole side section of the vehicle. It looks like I'm going to have to remove the brake horn. We're going to put that screw back where it belongs for now. So where I want to get into is the centerpiece here, this cover. And that literally comes off by taking out 1, 2, 3, 4 screws. And that whole piece comes out. This whole centerpiece lifts right off. Look at that. And there's my whole tranny assembly. This is literally just sitting in there on its bearings. So I'll just remove that, leave my dog bones in there. This is my brake disc that slides right off. I'll leave that there. Here's what happened, boys and girls. Look at those flat teeth. Okay, so I just got off the phone with my close by hobby shop. It looks like they don't have the 47 tooth gear. The good news is I have replaced this gear before. So I'm going to try for the meantime sticking this old one back in, and hopefully that will work. Obviously I'm still going to try and look for a new one. Hopefully the teeth are good enough, and then I'll have a working vehicle until I find the replacement at least. So that's what we're going to do. So you can see I have this all apart. We're just going to put it all back together now. giant C-clips are brutal, man. You keep your old parts. That's why I kept this one. See? I kept my old one, and then the new old one got so badly damaged, and this is still a replacement for that. That's it for that. That's good. That's in place there. Good, good, good. All right. So basically now I just have to put these two pieces back in, the electronics back in, and then we'll get to fixing up the motor. Okay guys, so I got the motor all nice and cleaned up. I decided to take it off the car because down in here where the motor sat, it was all greasy and nasty and dirty. So I wanted to take the opportunity and clean that up. And I cleaned up my motor. So I'm gonna get this motor in the place that I want it. That looks good, that looks good. Okay, new screws. Once I have them all in place and the motor's in place, then one by one I'll unscrew them and tighten them back up with the Loctite. Oh, it's tight. Back out. All right, now. So the motor is kind of shiftable, even though it's got all its screws in. So now I want to get it lined up properly and lock it down. These 2-speed transmissions, that's the thing you want to be really mindful of. You don't want the second pinion gear hitting the first spur gear. So they are pretty close to each other. Yeah, it sounds pretty good. It's definitely meshing up nice, so I think that's a good position right there. Alright guys, well, I think you get the gist of it. I'm just gonna make some more minor adjustments just to get it all lined up. I think in terms of purposes for the video, I think that's good. Motor's on. Once this is all redialed in, we'll be good to go. I hope you liked the video. Remember to subscribe and hit that bell if you want to see more content when I release it. And of course, if you feel obliged, please give me a thumbs up. Until next time guys, keep on RCing, keep on keeping on. Ciao.